This painting started with a mess, like most good things do. This is how I turned an already used Canva, one that I painted a while ago but I didn't like the outcome, to a new masterpiece of art. I'm currently redecorating my house and I wanted a modern paint, something with texture for my living room. So I thought, let's see what can I do with those canvas. I started painting in white the canvas again, but of course it was very difficult to cover the back of the paint. So I decided to cover not just with white paint, but with toilet paper. Of course, it was the perfect solution to give the texture I wanted, and also is white. I used a mix of water and glue to paste the toilet paper in the canvas, and I did 3 layers. It gives me more texture and more whiteness because I really needed to cover the previous painting. After I was happy with all the layers and the texture in the canvas, I wet the paper on a bit of water using a brush, and then I painted with white acrylic paint. This gave me a really nice finish shine. While all the canvas was drying off, I started making figures with clay. I wanted to add even more texture to my canvas. I decided to create a round fat shape. I bought a kilo of it and I used it all. I did all of them in different sizes. I was not looking for perfection or symmetry, so it was a really good exercise to relieve stress. After I finished with all the clay, it was time to find space in the canvas. And honestly, I had no idea what shape I wanted to create on the canvas. I just started to place each of the pieces in the canvas and this is the shape it turned out. Now I had to decide if I wanted to be all white or if I wanted to add some color. And I have to confess that I'm a huge fan of vintage style. So I thought, let's paint them in gray, but using different shades of gray. So I just started playing with white and black acrylic painting. After I painted all of them, it was something I didn't like much about the gray colors. So I decided to add more texture to the color. I used different shades of gray in each figure. And of course, to give a top notch, I had to add something shiny, something that highlights the paint. So voila, the gold finish to the pieces. And as you can see, it ended up with a vintage style I didn't even plan for it. I love those projects where I sat in my studio with no clear ideas in my head of what I want to do and I just let my instinct act, and thanks to that, I had the most beautiful pieces of art. If you like my work, don't forget to follow along.